Yeah, I just had to do something wrong. Yeah, I do know I'm live. So let's go through the game. It was a 0-0 draw, unfortunately. In the 0-0 draw in the game, I would have hoped it was a win, but as of right now, we're still outside the top four. We are 5 points off Leicester after their defeat earlier against Arsenal, and they got more injuries inflicted on them. And they lost, and then Manchester United got up to 50 points with us, moving up to 44 points, but West Ham still above us on 45. That would have been much different if we won the game, which would have been better. I mean, it would have been... I was lucky that we still haven't lost under Thomas Tuchel yet. I think it's his... So we'd 0-0 against Wolves, win against Burnley, win against Tottenham, win against Sheffield United, win against Newcastle, win against Atletico Madrid. I think there was another draw in there somewhere. Not too sure. Everyone, put your thoughts in the game your thoughts on the game in the comments. So, just gonna go through the ratings. So Liverpool, Sheffield United still 0-0 as of right now. I'm just gonna get the lineups because then it has the what is it? The player ratings. Here we go. I'll go through my player ratings as well in the next 20 minutes or so. Come on, Sheffield United. But wait, if Liverpool win, they'll be 1 point behind us. And they do have Andrian playing for Liverpool. Hopefully, maybe he's actually played better since. I know why Alisson's not playing. It's just unfortunate that he's not playing. But they got a few. I think they've got a few academy goalkeepers on the bench. I think so. Right, so I'm just going to go through the ratings now. So here, Edouard Mendy's been given a 7.6. He made a lot of saves in the last 15 to 20 minutes of the game, but he didn't really do much in the first half. He had one shaky moment after he did a massive save. I mean, Ryan got two predictions right. He told me, you could check in the predicted lineup video, he said that it would be 0-0 in this game, and then Ryan said it'd also be 3-1 to Leicester. 3-1 to Arsenal, after David Luiz scored a bullet header. Right, so Edouard Mendy 7.6. He was a bit iffy in the game, I thought, but he made 3 crucial saves, but he almost got dumbfounded by a chance that Fred had, which was a finesse shot, just cold wide. It was really, really close. I think. So the goal was here, and then Fred took the shot from the edge of the area, and then it was just whipped there. Just a little bit more further back, that would have gone in the back of the net. And then Azpilicueta, solid as usual. He didn't really do much, but he's solid as usual. He's been given a 7.5 on here. Christensen's been given the best score out of the whole defence here, with a 8.2. I mean, he did as what he's supposed to do with the blocking and the... And he knows with the defensive side of things, with the central, you have to try because when they're playing against United, when they've got 3 forwards, they got 2 central midfielders, and they got this striker on Christensen, because sometimes they want to go really attacking. They'll go really close forward towards Christensen with the striker and the 2 centre mids behind them in a 4-3-3, as United played a 4-3-3. Mid in the match, and yeah, I think he did his job very well. I didn't see anything he did wrong, but I didn't see anything he did very well. But I mean, he made a few blocks very decently, and that's pretty much what he did. But he's been given an 8.2 in this game on here. So Tony Rudiger got given a 7.5. I thought he was pretty good. I thought him and Christensen were probably the best out of the back three. Sorry, I think Rudiger should be a little bit higher. He's been given a 7.5 on it, and Christensen's been given an 8.2. But I'm not too sure, because I think Rudiger played very, very well. He drove forward a lot with the ball, which is what you need someone like him, because he's got a very good pass on him, and he's got a very good pace on him as well. He can just drive forward all the time, which is what he did pretty much all game, which is very, very good of someone who hasn't really done that much this season. And I was also with his long balls over the top, they're very good as well. They're very, very effective. A bit like David Luiz in a way, because his long balls are pretty effective. And Rudiger's kind of doing the same on the left centre-back role instead of the... David Luiz was playing in the centre of the back three when we had Antonio Conte, the sweeper kind of player. But I don't know if Rudiger can do it in the centre. I think the left side is where he can do it. I think he's very good in that side. Right wing back Hudson-Odoi. Unfortunately, that he went off at half time with an injury. I think he had an ice pack on his top of his knee, which is unfortunate. Hopefully, it can be right for the Liverpool game. He had a big chance. It was a volley that just went wide. He had a chance. Drove. This was a long ball over the top by Rudiger, and then Aspilicueta got it, and then it was Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi drove forward into his space, and he whipped it in towards Olivier Giroud. Was just this close to header in the end, but then he unfortunately banged his hip on the goalpost, and he was down for a bit, unfortunately, with that attempt. N'Golo Kante's been given an 8 here. I think he was pretty decent. Him and Christensen's have been given the most ratings here, with Christensen getting an 8.2 and N'Golo Kante getting an 8. I think they both did very well. I think Kante does what Kante does, like winning the ball back, passing it, but his passing's the thing that he needs to improve. He's good in defensively wise. Him and Kovacic were brilliant, but the thing is, if he does his passes, were very good. If he had the attribute of Jorginho's passing, he'd be the complete defensive midfielder with the ball, long through balls forward, the long balls over the top. The attributes of a Jorginho passing, that would be good. I mean, Jorginho would have been brought on to slow the game down, but we didn't need to slow the game down. We started very well, but they started well. I think I'll go over the VAR decision for the handball. People were saying it should have been a penalty, but for me, it looked like Mason Greenwood's arm touched it instead of Hudson-Odoi's. But I didn't think it was a penalty. Kovacic as well, they were both good, him and N'Golo Kante. I think they were both very, very good. But I think Kante was the better out of the two. Kovacic, if he had, everyone says it, if he had the best final third ability, if he had a very good final third ability, he would be an amazing player. Because his dribbling is very good. But if he actually makes better in the final third, he would be a very good midfielder. He could be an attacking midfielder. It would be better attacking than defensively if he had the better in the final third. Chilwell has been given a 6.9. I thought it was very good. After him not playing since Sheffield United, I thought he played very well. He might have been down in the rating as he got a yellow card after chopping Greenwood, I think. But I still think he played very, very well in this game. He had a lot of possession. He had a lot of ball. He drove down the left-hand side after a big chance when David De Gea saved the Hakim Ziyech drive that was just really close. He just stuck his left hand out and manages to get it away, which is good, De Gea. But it would have been good if we scored that. But Giroud just missed it as well. If you've got a crossing service if you had Reece James and Ben Chilwell on at the same time, I mean, I know they were. If he had it on for the whole game, I think the game would have been a lot different because James has probably got a little bit more better crossing ability than Hudson-Odoi. Even though Hudson-Odoi got good cross ability, but James is probably a little bit better. But it was pretty close, but then so close. Mason Mount, I think he was pretty quiet, but then he had a few very good moments. He drove forward quite a lot. I thought he was very decent, but he's been given a 7 by SofaScore. Ziyech has been given a 7.5. Everyone was saying he was slow and sluggish on the ball, which I do see why. It's because he does, that's part of his game. He just does that. And he had a chance that was almost going in. It was saved, though, by David De Gea there. It was very, very close. It was probably our biggest chance. So that's really the chance that we needed to score. And I'm thinking he was good, but then he got brought off as well. Everyone was saying he was slow, just very slow on the ball. And then Giroud, he had a chance. I think he just smashed it over the bar. I'm not too sure. I think he had a shot that he smashed over the bar, yeah. He had a chance that was smashed over the bar. And he had a few other ones he could have tried to get his foot on it. But then one, he hit his hip on the goalpost. And then the other one was in the second. It just went under his foot. I think he was trying to trap it, but then just went under his foot. And then Ziyech took the shot because Ziyech wasn't expecting it to run to him. So it just went straight to him. He didn't know what to do, so he just hit it first time. Maybe if he took a touch, it could have been like a little finesse into the bottom right corner. But unfortunately not. So he's been given a 6.5 here, Olivier Giroud. Let's check Beast James. So the first 11 average of the game, the first 11 average age for Chelsea was 27.2 years of age. And then Reece James has been given a 6.9 rating for his performance in the second half, as he didn't play the first half. Now, I'm just going to look at Manchester United side of things. So De Gea has been given a 7.8. mean, maybe it's mainly because he saved them a chance when Chilwell crossed the ball in, he caught it. Then the other one was when Ziyech took the shot and then he actually made a very, very good save. Wan-Bissaka for them was decent. I don't see what he did in the game, but they didn't really do that. I mean, I think he had one long ball that went forward and that's it. Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire were not really that solid, but they've been given a 7.1. Luke Shaw took a lot of the set pieces, so that's probably why he's been given a 7.6. McTominay gave away so many fouls. I'm surprised he didn't get a booking for any of those tackles in on Mason Mount. Ziyech, I think he elbowed Ziyech in the back of the head. And I think he fouled Giroud one stage. I think he fouled Mount on pretty early, but then didn't receive a booking. Fred did receive a booking, though, who's the other central defensive midfielder, with him getting a yellow card after I think came in from behind on Mason Mount. I thought he was probably the best out of the two. He's been given a 0.1 more rating of than McTominay. Bruno Fernandes was very, very quiet. He didn't really have a lot of things to do. I think he just made one pass as in the attacking third anyway, but I think he lost the ball the most times, so yeah. Daniel James has been given the worst rating on the Manchester United team. I think he had a lot of the ball. He had more of the ball than Bruno Fernandes did, in my opinion. I think he did. He was decent in some stages, but then he did lose the ball at some parts of the game. Rashford, he's been given a 7 here for Manchester United. I thought he was decent, but he just needed, if he took a shot, more shots, they would have probably had a better chance of scoring. Mason Greenwood was playing up front in this game. The only thing I remember him doing was the handball, and then he got chopped by Chilwell later on. So the team ratings have been given a 7.22 to Chelsea and a 6.87 to Manchester United in this game at Stamford Bridge. So we're just going to go through the league table. We'll go through my player ratings very soon. We'll go over to the statistics in the game. And all right, so we dominated the possession with 57% possession and them having 43. We had 18 shots, 6 on target. They had 11 shots, 4 on target. We had 5 shots off target. They had 2 off target. But we made 7 blocked shots and they made 5 blocked shots. They had 4 corners, more corners, more offsides, more fouls committed, and more yellow cards. We had more big chances missed. More shots from outside the box. Oh, God. It's just crashed. I've got to try and get it back up again. Come on. Alright, here we go. It's just going back on because I didn't know I was fresh. And just going to go back over the stats of come on, load. It's just taking forever to load. As right now, Liverpool still 0-0 with Sheffield United in the 30th minute. So can't even see. Nice. Right, there we go. It's back up now. Statistics. Here we go. I have to come back on the statistics. Statistic trail. I can't really speak. Right, so I was on. Here we go. So we had 8 shots outside the box. Shots out. So it's 8 shots inside the box and 10 shots outside the box. They had 9 shots outside the box and 2 inside the box. De Gea made 2 more saves than Mendy, with Mendy making 4 saves and David De Gea making 6. We made more passes, more accurate passes. They did more long balls, and we did more crosses, of course. We completed more dribbles with 62% of the dribbles completed, with them only having 38% of dribbles completed. They lost the ball 136 times, with us only losing it 110 times. We won 59 duels, they only won 37. Both the same aerial duels won. We made more tackles with 25 of them making 14. We made more interceptions with a 13 more interceptions, and they're making 8 interceptions. We cleared the ball 20 times with them clearing the ball 17 times. check next. Oh yeah, my player ratings now. Right, my player ratings. Right, so. Oh yeah, I need to. Now it's player ratings time. I need to move this back because it's just. I need to do it. Oh god, I'm moving it the wrong way. There we go. That's the right way. There we go. Right, so we're just gonna put my player ratings up on the screen so you guys think of it. Right, so I've been given Edouard Mendy a 6.8 meter deep crucial save, so it wasn't really tested. Aspilicueta was decent, but I'm giving him a 7.1. Andreas Christensen was probably the best out of the back three. I'm going to give him a 7.3. Tony Rudiger, who I did praise in the game, I'm going to give him a 7.1. He drove forward with a lot of the ball, which was very good. So the right wing back, I'm going to put Reece James and Hudson-Odoi. I'll give them both a 7 for their performances mid-game. And then I'm going to give Kovacic a 6.9 and then N'Golo Kante a 7. I just did say they were very decent in the game, but I think Kante was that little bit better. Chilwell, I'm going to give him a 7. He was decent mid-game. I praised him in the game a lot with the passes that he was making. When he drove forward and had a massive chance for Olivier Giroud and Hakim Ziyech to get on it. And then I gave Mason Mount a 7. He was decent. He just drove forward a lot with the ball as he normally does, but it didn't amount to anything. And then I've given Hakim Ziyech a 6.5. Unfortunately, given the lowest rating on the team. He was probably the most slowest player on the ball in the game, unfortunately. He needs to perform. If he really wants to stay in this side, he's got to perform even better than he did today. In the next game, we've got to play Liverpool on Thursday, so that'll be a bit tough for him. I don't think he'll play. I think he'll bring back in Werner. So I think he was just trying to rest a few players for this game ahead of Liverpool. I've given Giroud a 6.7. He was not really that involved. I think he was involved much more in the first half than the second half, I thought. Unfortunately, he didn't really do that much in the game. Sorry. All right. So that's... And I gave Timo Werner a 6.4. He didn't really do much. I gave him a 6.4 and I gave Christian Pulisic a 6.7. I think he was much brighter than Werner. I mean, if you saw my stream, I didn't really get to see much of Timo Werner and Christian Pulisic on the pitch. So for the last 10 minutes or so, we're going to just go through some of the Premier League stats of the season, really, and Chelsea's stats in the Premier League. Right, I'm just on BBC Sport now, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not happy. He says, if that's a natural hand position, then I'm blind, according to Solskjaer on their penalty claim. But it didn't even touch his hand. Like, come on, it didn't even touch his hand, man. Just actually get it right and look at the position properly. Don't have a go at other people just because you can't see it properly, mate. Jesus, so I'm just going to go through the review of the game, and then I'll go over the few stats after as well. Oh god, jeez, the laptop's. I mean, right. If I just put it up, right, there we go. Right, there we go. And that's for that. I'm just looking at the pen again. It just touches. He touched 3 of his fingers. Jesus. Touched 3 of his fingers. And he's getting annoyed. Jesus. He needs to calm down. Right, so I'm just going to read through this. Manchester United lost further ground on Premier League leaders Manchester City after they played a drab goalless draw with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side remains second, but are now 12 points adrift. While the result left us out of the top 4 by a point behind West Ham. Manchester United have only lost 1 game in their last 20 games. They thought they're about to be offended by the chance to break through in the first half, but a penalty appeal handball against Callum Hudson-Odoi was dismissed by referee Stuart Atwell after he was instructed to consult the video assistant referee monitor. Chelsea, who remain unbeaten under new manager Thomas Tuchel, had chances, but United keeper David De Gea made a fine save from Hakim Ziyech, while the opposite number Edouard Mendy saved a shot well from Scott McTominay, and Fred narrowly off target with his long-ranged effort. Mendy also punched away a late effort from Bruno Fernandes. In the end, however, it was another game to add to this so-called top six, ending in a stalemate. I mean, yeah, we played them last in I think it was October, and we drew 0-0 with them as well. I mean, we could have had a penalty in that, as I think Aspilicueta got pulled down by Harry Maguire, which could have resulted in a pen, but it didn't. So they had one not given to them in this game, and we didn't have our one given to us in the last game. So now we stand where we stand. So I'm just going to read through this. Tuchel, what we're going to say under Tuchel. Chelsea, tough to beat under Tuchel. Chelsea will feel the sense of disappointment at not getting a victory that would have moved us into the top four. This draw means it's in 9 matches without defeat for the Chelsea boss since he succeeded to sack Frank Lampard in January. Tuchel has made Chelsea resilient and tough to beat, but they lack the cutting edge in here and there moments of discomfort were rare for Manchester United defence. They have no complaints because they did not do what? It has been a promising start for Tuchel. He's toughened up Chelsea with the attacking talent at his disposal. They're in a good position to make a serious bid to top four while they still have high ambitions for the Champions League and FA Cup. Tuchel is slowly making his mark, and Chelsea feel an upbeat mood in the weeks ahead. But we can't bloody score. Jesus, that's what we need to do. We got to score. United's top 6 worst woes the stats. This fixture finished goalless in both league matches of the campaign since 1921-1922. Jesus. Manchester United are now 20 games unbeaten away from home with 13 wins and 7 draws, which started this exact fixture last season. It's joint 5th in the top flight with only longer runs coming from Arsenal and Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. Chelsea have drawn 0-0 against an opponent home and away in the Premier League a single season for the first time since 2008-9 against Everton. Manchester United also did so the last time against Aston Villa in 1997. Right, I've got to get the next thing up. Where is it? Okay. So the player ratings here on BBC Sport. N'Golo Kante has been given the best with a 6.13. Mount next with a 6.05. Rudiger given with a 5.65. Kovacic given with a 5.56. Chilwell with a 5.52. Giroud with a 5.49. James with a 5.49. Aspilicueta with a 5.46. Christensen with a 5.45. What's this? Mendy with a 5.43. Hudson-Odoi with a 5.3. What? Pulisic with a 5.16. Werner with a 4.75. Jesus. And Ziyech with a 5.12. I don't get that, to be honest. I don't get it. I don't know what that sort of player ratings were. Really. Let's see. What? A man on the match? Harry bloody Maguire? Are you stupid? What the hell is this? Jesus. Kante was way better than Maguire. I didn't even know what Maguire bloody did. Jesus. What did Maguire do? Next up, what's next? Chelsea travel to Liverpool in the Premier League on Thursday at 8:15 kickoff time, while Manchester United travel away to Crystal Palace on Wednesday 8:15. So pretty much it's just very, very tough now. Chelsea got to play against Liverpool, then it's against Everton, then I think it's Leeds in the Premier League. So we've got a few tough games coming up. I mean, it's still tough, but just got to get them up. I'm just going to get it up now. So Chelsea, and they've got a few fixtures into team. Chelsea, right. No, and fixtures in March, as that was the last game in February. Yeah, we've got to play. Oh, Jesus! So we've got to play Liverpool on Thursday at 8:15, and then we've got to play against Everton on the Monday at 6 o'clock. Then we've got to play Leeds away on Saturday at 12:30, and then it's Atletico Madrid away. Atletico Madrid at home, on the 17th of March at 8. Then it's the FA Cup game against Sheffield United, and then I think it's the international break for a few weeks. I think it's about for a week or so. And then we got West Brom in April, then Palace, then Brighton, and then West Ham in the month of April. Yeah. And then we got a tough end to the season with Fulham at home, Man City away, Arsenal at home, and Leicester at home, and Aston Villa away. So we got a lot of tough games. So they'll all be mixed around with all the other games. United are boring. Yes, they are very boring. I think they were playing out for that 0-0 draw. If I'm really being honest, I think they were playing for that because they didn't offer anything as much as we did. We offered quite a bit, but we just couldn't get past De Gea because he made a magnificent save on Ziyech. So I would have wished if we brought in Havertz, because Havertz would have had the pace to just drive at their defenders, because that's what we needed to do, I think. If we had someone like Havertz on, I mean, I know Pulisic was brought on to do that. Pulisic wasn't really involved that much in the game. I think he only had like one big chance and nothing happened from that. Right, so I'm just going to get the table up. So we're on 44 points, just a point behind West Ham now. It's a bit annoying, but at least we're still unbeaten. He's unbeaten in 9 games, Thomas Tuchel. I think I've got to check about the other record with Mourinho, because I'm going to check all the records for the managers before I end the stream. I'm going to check the Chelsea manager records. Chelsea manager records under Abramovich. No, under Abramovich. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we do need to finish our chances. Yeah, he didn't do anything. I think he had one shot and it was just pushed away by Mendy. Right, so I've got this up here. It's just the PPG for every Premier League record here. Oh, and I've just seen this. Yeah, we very need. Oh my days! I just looked at this Premier League. Pumping under Abramovich. Lampard's got the worst with the 1.66, and then Villa Spurs with the 1.7, and then Ranieri with a 1.82, then Di Matteo with a 1.83, then Sarri with a 1.89, then Gazzidink with a 1.94, then Felipe Scolari with a 1.96, then Rafael Benitez with a 1.96, Ancelotti with a 2.07, Conte with a 2.14, Mourinho with a 2.19, and Adam Grant with 2.31 there. So he's actually been given the most. He's got the most. So yeah, let's check managers under Chelsea managers in the first 10 games. I'm just going to check it out. Chelsea managers in the first 10 games. Who's got the most? Could it be Tuchel got the most? Could it be... Alright, I'm just going to get up now. Right, so here we go. I think Tuchel has got the best win percentage as a Chelsea manager right now, if I'm being honest. I think he has. Right, so let's go list of managers. Tuchel has got a 75% win percentage. I mean, he's got... Who did we draw against? Who did we draw? We drew with Wolves, and didn't we draw with someone else? We drew with United. Didn't we draw with someone else? Didn't we draw with... Didn't we draw with someone else? Oh, I don't know. Did we draw with someone else? If I just check now. Let me just go over the... Right, so... Oh God. I don't want to go onto there to review or review G. I'm just going on here. Oh no, I don't want to see. No. here. Right, so I'm just going to get it up. Did we draw with someone else? There we go. It's actually here now. So did we draw with anyone else? I know we drew with Wolves. I know we drew with Man United. Have we drawn with someone else? I have a feeling we have though, but I'm not too sure. Havertz should have come on for 6. Yes. Yes, I think Havertz would have offered a lot more. Havertz would have offered a lot more than Ziyech was just slowing the game down, really, if I'm being honest. It would have been good to see Havertz, but... Oh, yeah, we drew Southampton, yeah, obviously, yeah. Yeah, we drew Southampton, Wolves, and Manchester United. I mean, Havertz could have scored. I think Havertz hasn't played since that that Wolves game, unfortunately, because I think he almost scored in the last minute, I remember. Mount, Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood are killing their clubs to be top clubs. I'd have endless support time and visit to spend money. Yeah. Yeah, of course we drew 3 games on that total. We've won 6 and drawn 3, which is decent. And then he's got 75 win percentage as of right now. He's got 6 wins, 3 draws in 9 games, which is good. I'm just looking at the Mourinho efforts and stuff. Antonio Conte won 70 games. I know Grosinink's got a very bad win percentage because he was only there for like 6 months. I mean, to be fair, only 6 losses in about 6 months is pretty decent. I mean, the manager, who was supposed to be an interim, got players, other managers as well before the era of Abramovich. You got Hullet as manager, you got Vialli, Hoddle, all the managers. He only got a 34 win percentage. Really? I thought it was a very, very good manager. 53 wins, 54 draws, and 50 defeats. I mean, Hullet got a better record than him as manager. He got 49 win percentage with 41 wins, 18 draws, and 24 defeats in 83 games. And Vialli got 76 wins, 38 draws, and 29 losses in 143 games. So it's pretty close, actually, to be fair. So many managers, Jesus. Oh, God. Nah, I'm back. You're not having so many managers, Jesus. Just go back. The first manager. So you had one manager, David Calderhead, who was a Scottish player. I mean, a Scottish manager. Of course, he's going to have he only got a 40 win percentage. He was a manager of Chelsea from 1907 to the 8th of May. Jesus, he was there a long time. If I was a manager, we would be the best team in the world. The other managers there for like 1907 to 1993, 1933. Jeez, she was there for like 24 years. 27 years, pretty much. 26, actually. Maybe this is like, I think he might have been a player. Let's check. David Carterhead. I mean, he didn't even play for Chelsea. He played for Lincoln. And he was managed. Jesus, that's mad. I think it's probably our longest serving manager. Probably. If I just have a look, he probably was. So the first manager was John Tate Robinson, who was only there for a year. Then it was another manager there for a year. Then it was on for 26 years. And then 6 years. Whoa. Jesus. Some massive 7 years, a year. It was a lot. Massive. Very, very big. There was one for 12 years, 8 years. So there's a few there, but David Calderhead has probably been the most because he was there for 26 years as manager. What else? Anything else? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go over one more thing before we end the stream. Let's go over I was thinking, what should we do? We could do over one more thing before we end the stream. Yeah, here we go. Yep. Alright, so I'm just gonna go with yeah, alright. I'm gonna go with a okay, right. Got it. BBC Sport again. I just gotta use that again and go over teams. Right. Here's your favourite. I don't really have a favourite, but if I had to have a favourite, it would be. I don't know if you can see. Oh, no, don't do that. Richie, I'm saying if you can see it. The Beast. I don't know if you can see that. No, I don't know if you can see. Alright. Nah, I can't see because the massive banner in the way. Solskjaer was really annoyed with the penalty decision going against him. I mean, we had a bad decision go against us in the game when we played them away, and Maguire actually had his arm round Aspilicueta, like around his neck. So he shouldn't be that annoyed because our penalty was that one was more of a penalty than the other one. Right, if I just go over the top assisters for us, and then Werner's got the most assists. Flop, apparently, he's got 16 goal contributions in 35 games. Havertz has got 10 contributions in 27 games. Mount's got 10 contributions in 35 games. So literally, Havertz has got a better record than Mount's. And when he kicked out at the batsman. Oh yeah. Yeah, and I can't believe. I mean, who was the referee that day? Anthony Taylor. So, yeah. Chilwell's got 5 assists in 25. He got 7 goal contributions in 25 games. Beast James got 6 goal contributions in 26. Abraham got 16 contributions. Him and Werner have got the same amount of goal contributions. With Werner having 16 in 35, with Abraham having 16 in 30. So Abraham's probably been playing better. I mean, we know that he has. But Abraham was left out of the squad today, which is I was wondering why he was left out of the squad. Hudson-Odoi has created 9 goals and assists in 28 games. Ziyech with only 6 goal contributions in 22 games, meaning he has been struggling with injury. Aspilicueta, only 3 goal contributions in 24. I mean, yeah, duh. He's literally a defender. Kovacic, 2 assists in 32 games. Kante, 2 assists in 31. Jorginho, 1 goal, 1 assist, 6 goals in 25 games with a 7 contributions. And Pulisic, I don't know what's happened. He's been getting so many injuries. And he's only got 3 contributions in 23 games. Very unfortunately for someone like him, because he is a good player. You saw it last year that he was a very, very good player, but as he got injured, I think it was his hamstring in the FA Cup final, that was when his injuries just started to recur and again, which is really unfortunate for someone like him, because he's a very good player. Right, so the final thing, we're just going to go over the league table, and then we'll be ending the stream here. I'll just go over the live, just to the table, and it'll be live, so we'll see the Liverpool game as well. Right. Right, so the table. Right, so oh god no. Right, so Manchester City first. They probably winning the league. They've gone like 20 wins in. Is it 20 wins in a row? Or is it 20 games unbeaten? I think it was one of them actually. So they've been doing very, very. I mean, I said they would win the league. I think I said Man City first, Liverpool second, Chelsea third, and Man United fourth. And I put Arsenal fifth because they had Willian. I thought it'd be decent for them. And then I put Tottenham sixth. They're both not even in the top 8. they're not even in the top 7. So yeah. Do you agree with what? Right, so then second, Manchester United, they've got the draw, luckily, really. We could have played, I think we played pretty decent, but it didn't way better if we got the victory. Leicester in third, who dropped points, so yeah, that was good that they dropped points. We just wish Man United dropped points. With 5 points off Leicester and 6 off United, and then West Ham in fourth with 45 points. We're only 1 point behind them. And we were in fifth with 44 points. But yeah, we only lost 6 games this season. They all come under Lampard, like in the December time. Because we lost 1 against Liverpool, and then we lost against Everton. Agent Willian and Agent David Luiz and Willian coming in clutch. Yeah, David Luiz's header was actually pretty decent, to be fair. I think Willian's got about 5 assists now this season. We've only lost 6 games this season. That was against Manchester City, Liverpool, Everton, Wolves. Everton, Wolves, who else? Oh, who else? I can't remember who else. We've got 2 other defeats in there. Leicester and Arsenal. We only lost those games. And then Liverpool in 6th, who are having a really bad season, but they're playing right now and they're drawing 0-0 with Sheffield United. I think it's about half time anyway. And then Everton in 7th. They have very inconsistent. Everton. I think they're a decent team, but they're just very inconsistent. Tottenham in 8th. They are the most inconsistent team in the Premier League, in my opinion. Normally they've only got like 3 wins in their last 9 games. So yeah, I mean, 2 were against Wolfsburg, and 1 was against West Brom, and 1 was against Burnley. Aston Villa in 9th with the same amount of points as Tottenham, but Villa played yesterday against Leeds and won, so they're pretty much neck and neck. The Spurs only beaten them by 2 goals. They won 4-0 earlier against Burnley. Arsenal bang in the middle of the league with 37 points. They have been very poor this season. They've got 11 wins and 11 draws and 4 losses, so it's pretty close with them. On another day, we could have got a draw against Liverpool. Yeah, because Jorginho missed the penalty and Christensen got sent off and Kepa made a mistake. Yeah. Wolves in 13th. They were decent, but they've got 9 victories and 10 defeats and 7 draws. Crystal Palace 13th. They got a 0-0, luckily 0-0 draw against Fulham, because I thought Fulham played very well. They could have won. Loftus-Cheek was brighten up. Could he have a chance to get back into the Chelsea first team? I'm not too sure. A few other players. Will he come? What are your thoughts? Do you think anyone think that Ruben Loftus-Cheek could come back into the starting squad for next season under Thomas Tuchel? I would like to see him, but we've got so many decent players like the Havertz's, the Mason Mounts, all of those decent players that would occupy that position. Who would you take out if you got Ruben Loftus-Cheek back? Then you got Southampton 14th. They started very well. They were in first in December, but then they just went poor and got battered 9-0 again. They went down to 14th. They're playing tomorrow against Everton though, so they can move up. Can they move up? Yeah, they could move up because they've got a better goal difference than Palace. Yeah, Kovacic as well. Yeah, it's got so many good players out on loan that deserve a chance. I know why Loftus-Cheek went out on him, because he had the injury and just needs to get back to full fitness. And also Barkley as well. We've got a few other ones. You got Conor Gallagher. So many other midfielders would be good. Even though we've got Havertz and he hasn't worked out yet. I mean, he's still young. He's going to be 22 this year. And he's still got 10 goal contributions in 26 games, which is decent. But people think he's flop. And then Burnley in 15th got battered 4-0 by Tottenham earlier. Brighton in 16th. They lost against West Brom, which is probably the most oddest VAR decision ever happened there. Newcastle drew. They probably needed to win in the game against Wolves, but Bravka messed up, but also made a decent save in the last 10 minutes. Fulham, I think they will stay up ahead of Newcastle, to be fair, because Fulham are doing well. But if they got that win today, that would have been very good for them. They were so close. Guaita played absolutely brilliantly. So many of our players are so reluctant to bloody hit it. Yeah, you're right. mean, Giroud had a chance, but I think he just slashed at it really. And then also, I think Hudson-Odoi had a volley that was just wide as well. West Brom, they won 3 games this season, and they're in 7th. They could still catch up with Fulham, but not with the games they've got coming up. I mean, they managed to do. They did get a point. Yeah, we do rush it a lot. Yeah, that's what we got. If we can improve in the final third, we'd be good. We'd be very good. Sheffield United, bottom of the league. If they get out of the relegation zone, I'm actually going to be absolutely shocked, because they're like 14 points from safety. They're playing right now, so I think I've come to a conclusion that that I'm the biggest fan. Or me. Self-proclaimed Charlie is my biggest fan now. Yeah, you're the only one speaking in the chat, yeah. There you go, self-proclaimed my number 1 fan. Charlie is now my self-proclaimed one. Self-proclaimed, I can't really speak, self-proclaimed biggest fan. There we go. Right, so there we go. This is the last look at the player ratings before I end this stream. Got it ready for Thursday, so be sure to join at 8:10 for the game on Thursday against Liverpool. Yeah, you're always commenting, yeah. Alright, I'll end the stream in about a minute anyway, so what should we go over? Let's just go over something for like 2 minutes. If we can load first. Former West Ham and Newcastle manager Rodier dies age 65. Jesus. I don't know. I mean, it was also, the other guy died earlier. Oh, jeez. 65. Jeez. After a long illness, he began the playing career. Then he sent after Rodier after a long battle with a brain tumor. Oh, damn. He also achieved promotion with Newcastle in 1984. Jeez. He wasn't 65 in 1954. Oh, Liverpool take the lead. Curtis Jones takes the lead on the 49th minute. So they take the lead in their game against Sheffield. I mean, they're obviously going to win. Obviously, they're going to be bottom of the league. Curtis Jones with the goal. So Liverpool will move up to 1 point behind us. So that means we've got to beat them on Thursday. We have to beat them. Really, was it ruled out? No way. Jeez, that's good. We're just going to go to the tables now. Alright, it's loading now. If I just go on to the Liverpool game. I mean, I predicted the 1-0 Liverpool anyway. I didn't say it'd be like 4-0 or anything, but let's just get up now. It's loading. McGoldrick came close. I mean, with Andrew goals, anything was close, to be honest. Oh, they had a goal disallowed. Sheffield United had a goal disallowed. Liverpool have only Liverpool have only scored 1 goal in the first half. Ooh. So wait, it's been given. I think there's confusion. Oh god, there's always confusion with VAR. I see. So why did McGold? I'm guessing it was McGoldrick who had a goal disallowed, because he always has a goal disallowed. Oh, bloody thingy dog keeps crying. Bloody goal. Yep, Jones' goal counts. Right, so do you want to end the stream here? So we get ready for my video, my predicted lineup for Thursday's game on Wednesday. So see you guys in the next stream. See you guys in the next video. Sorry. after this 0-0 draw versus Man United.